Enduring the heat wave on my period, and somehow all I feel is gratitude and peace. What is up, winning team? Hello, everyone. And I'm here because miracles must exist, right? Miracles must exist because why is this little mini player still on my screen right now and I cannot see the people? Miracles must exist because you guys know, yeah, I'm having the strangest experience. Hold on. So if you guys know me, I am somebody where there's one thing above all else that makes me miserable, and that is being too hot. I can handle hunger. I can handle the cold. I can handle, I'm trying to think, what are things that bother people? Not sleeping, and I can handle a lot of things, yeah? The only thing that bothers me the most is being too hot. So you can imagine, this is why I fundamentally hate, with a capital H, the summer. And I absolutely love the winter. You guys know I'm like a different person in the winter. I'm in my bag. I'm like, whatever. So to me, the summer doesn't represent sunshine and fun. It represents endurance. Like, lock in and try your best not to kill yourself. I'm not joking. I'm not exaggerating. Like, this is what summer is to me. It's represents endurance. Like, you just got to get through it. You just got to get through. It's like getting through a day at a job you hate, where it's you start the morning, you know you're going to hate it. You know you have to get to the end of it. That's how I see summer. Okay, I hate it. There's nothing I like about it. We just had the longest day of the year. As somebody who's a night owl and who relies on the night being my hours, I wait for the sunset to during the day is the time that I use to do things I don't really want to do and I don't care for, right? So, of course, work and blah, blah, blah and everything else. When the sun sets, now is my happy time. Now I'm doing things for me. Now I'm not contactable by nobody, and I will utilize the night to my heart's content. A lot of days, what I'll do is straight after work, as soon as I finish, I will sleep. That's when I will sleep for the day. And I will sleep until the nighttime. And ideally, I go to sleep and wake up at 10. Wake up at 10, and then I just stay up throughout the whole night, all the way, So the heat I hate it, right? I'm very irritable. Like how some people, when they haven't eaten, they get hangry. I get whatever the heat equivalent of that is. I'm just irritable, and then my period. So after all this hard work I've been doing for days like these to lose weight, of course, on the days where I'd want to be the most naked, a heat wave, I'm on my period, so everything is swollen. My boobs are swollen, I'm bloated, I can't even just rest when I can finally rest because I'm not too hot, because I'm here panicking, running to the toilet, it's hell. So it's kind of funny that in the midst of all of this, and it's June, which I'm not a fan of June, you guys, and it's no shade to anybody born in June. It's not about that as much as about what the world makes it about, It's just a reminder of how a group of people decided to steal the Bible, the rainbow. I don't like that. And all this other stuff. And, so this is just literally my least favorite part of the year. This is probably my least favorite month of the year. Legit. Because at least July, I'm okay, June's over. See, the lighting is just crazy. July is June is over. August is it's going to be September. Fall is around the corner. And June is just we're in the thick of it. We're in the thick of it. Especially because my birthday would have been the month before. So it's I'm really still here. It's bad enough my birthday coming along. June is oh, you're really still here on Earth. You're really still alive. And it's a sign that I may be doing this again a year from now. So I say all this, yeah. I'm so sorry about the lighting. The sun is actually over here in the west. Now the thing about that is it's not going to be right. It's still going to be setting for another 2 hours anyway. So that's why I've come out at this time, because I'm I need the sun to set before I can feel I'm having my nighttime. So whilst I'm going to sweat, I may as well sweat it out and be outside. So that's why I came out now, because like, hey, if I decide to stay out for like 2 hours, if I decide to stay out forever long, who cares? Because I'm waiting for that sun to set. And then, like I've been watching Bleach. I can't watch it in the daytime. Like when I can't watch it in the sunlight. I just can't do it. I can't explain it. I need to feel like in my bag. So anyways, the reason why I'm making this video is because, how is it, that in the midst of like what is literally the perfect storm of worst case scenarios for me in the British heat, because I was thinking the last 3 years in June I've been in Italy. So it's a different story. Like I think I was even wearing this t-shirt the day we went to the Colosseum. It's a different story walking around and sweating in the beautiful places of Italy, going and having aperitivo whilst you're 5 minutes walk from the Colosseum and all these beautiful places and all these ruins and the Terme di Carcala, and like going on stage and getting paid way more than I'm getting paid to teach, which is funny. Yeah, so I realized that the backdrop of what I was doing really helps, because it was like probably quite warm as well. But it was just different because, I don't know, a lot of things. It's just different because the people, I think also just one of my issues with this country, and it's so funny, like certain things I've been seeing on the internet have been irritating me, like how British people tried American food for the first time because of the World Cup. I'm not coming near America, by the way. I contemplated about it, until after the World Cup, because I can't be asked to be seeing all the influences of the world there. That's just going to irritate me. This is what I loved about going to Italy, is I was doing kind of like things industry related, but like there's no one there. It's not the summer. There's not tourists around. I'm the tourist, if anything. So it's just locals, and it was just like the best time to be somewhere like Italy when I was going there. But people in England discovering America is quite funny, because I'm like, now you guys realize how uncultured you are, like respectfully, because this is another thing I don't like about Pride, this being Pride Month. This country has so much pride, and like I really mean like a different kind of pride, because like this pride of just feeling better than everyone and thinking they know better. So this small idea that people are going to America to the point that now literally people are trying to smuggle ranch into the United Kingdom. I'm like, I know, it's good, right? Yeah, you just wanted to think you knew better. Oh, these Americans over there, because yeah, of course they're getting fat over there, mate. Have you like, do you know what I mean? Like stuff like this irritates me. These are the little things that irritate me, where I'm like, can we become a people that actually like rather than just making snap prideful judgments, like actually humbles ourselves and tries to learn? So that's what that signifies to me. So I'm like, yeah, it's funny. Let's see what you all have to say, because again, this country looks down on like every other country. And what this country doesn't realize as well is a miserable place. One thing, and even when I fly in and out of this country, it's like, this is why I enjoy traveling and actually go to places like, so I don't believe in doing geography at school. Go to the place, right? I know, easier said than done. And it's not my fault, but it's our fault collectively as humans that we gave all our power away. So doing things like traveling is only for people who've got enough money. That's our business. That's our problem. We gave away all of our freedoms and here we are. But when I fly out of this country and fly back in, I feel the spirit of misery. Like I feel, like I said, I feel the spirit of pride. I'm talking about them like at the like principality level, like over the whole country. The spirit of pride, which I feel like is more prevalent this month because of Pride. Hence why, just even on a spiritual level, it's just annoying, right? The demons be acting hella gay, to be honest. But you also feel just the misery. Like, because that's the thing that people in this country actually, that's what I'm saying. It's actually not good for your mental health in a way, for my mental health anyways, I've realized, being here, because in a way it is and it isn't. Like, it is, because if I've managed to find the amount of peace I feel on the inside right now, because that's what it is. Like, I was sitting there, working, sweating away, right? And by the way, guys, I technically have another job. Well, it's not technical. And I just don't talk about it, and I'm not even going to divulge any further information, because I like to keep as many things private as possible. Don't get crazy, anyone. I'm not making millions or something. But if I was rich, you wouldn't know about it, to be fair. Um, and I kind of don't talk about it because if I'm saying information publicly about anything that I'm physically doing, it's part of it. It means I don't plan on doing it for a long time. Like, so me talking about this town and taking all these videos, I don't plan to live here I don't care. I don't care if people hear about me being a teacher. Teaching is just something I did. It's not like my personality. It's not like my life's mission. I'm not like, oh my gosh, I hope to do this for the rest of my life. It was always a strategic move that if ever I need a job, easy job to get, teaching whilst I work on what I really want to do. So anyways, while I was working, I'm just clarifying that because obviously technically I'm not teaching anymore. Thank you, Jesus. While we pray. So I hope the Lord doesn't ask me. I really do. I think it would be a waste of time. Anyway, I was sitting there so hot, sweating, doing everything I possibly can. Yeah. I'm here with my bloating. I can barely eat any food because my stomach hurts. And by the way, I found out, I didn't upload this video. And maybe it will go up and maybe it won't. But heat actually does biologically affect women worse. Because we've got smaller bodies. So the blood circulation has less places for our blood to circulate and help to reduce, our body temperature. Not to mention the fact also that hormonally, whether you're pre-menopause, perimenopause, whatever, when you're on your period, because you're losing iron, you're using blood, which means you're losing iron, so you're going to be more likely to be dehydrated. And that's actually true. During this heat wave, you guys know I don't sleep. I wake up in the morning when I normally wake up. When I tell you, I feel dragged back into REM sleep like crazy. Like I have to just wake up and then maybe do something to mitigate the heat. And then literally I fall asleep for another 3 hours. I don't even sleep 3 hours a lot of days. Another 3 hours. It's crazy work. Oh, I hate that sound. Any sound of any notification of any sort. I don't want to hear my phone ring. I don't want to hear it vibrate. I don't want to hear a notification. I don't want to hear a knock on the door. And most of all, I hate hearing somebody call my name. I hate hearing somebody call my name. And you know what? The Bible app, has irritated me the other day because I don't know why apps do this. They're like, hey, so-and-so, and they call you by your name. I'm like, please don't do that. Like, please don't. I don't need to be reminded that I exist. And no one talk to me because I already know I don't want to be involved. And this is actually another thing that frustrates me, by the way, because sometimes in situations, so it could be say it's a work thing and somebody will be like, hey, I think this would be a really great opportunity for you. And I'm like, oh, no, thank you. No, but I really think you should consider it because what you haven't thought about, I know, I'm okay, no, thank you. That's how most of my conversations with people go, right? Because people don't understand. I really know that I'm not interested. When I say I'm not interested, I know whatever you think you can offer, you can't offer me nothing. There's nothing you can offer me that competes with what God can offer me. And this is part of where my peace, I think, comes from, where I'm like, so many things are going wrong in life. And I kind of just don't really care because I'm just like, God is in control. Like, do I have faith or don't I? But so that's why I hate it. Like, someone's messaging me by text. Oh, but I texted you. And it's just like, for flip's sake, I didn't read it. You sure? And people say stuff like, it would just take you 30 seconds to reply. It's like, yes, 30 seconds for all of you people trying to speak to me. 30 seconds for all of you. And then when we do speak, we do this whole, oh, but if you could just shut up. Because I don't want to be involved anyway. And I don't want to be involved because I don't want to be involved in this society in any way. In any way. That's where I feel like when I'm by myself and I'm just doing me, I feel at peace. Because I'm like, I'm not stressed. Like, I haven't been feeling all these negative emotions swimming around on the inside. I haven't been having all these chips on my shoulders. I've just been just living and just doing me. You know what I mean? Just doing me. And so, I'm at peace. Like, when I'm just alone by myself and I'm just there, I just feel grateful. Like, I feel grateful. And it's so weird because nothing's happening that I can see. Well, actually, that's tell a lie. Little things are trickling now. Little things are trickling now where I'm like, some interesting events in the world are taking place that are starting to get me interested. Because that's my thing as well, where I just don't think anyone seems to understand the fact that I've given up on the world. I'm not trying to compromise with the world. And I don't mean giving up like I've given up altogether. I put all my eggs in God's basket. I have no interest in operating and engaging with anything happening here until further notice. And by further notice, I mean revolution. If we're not doing that, yeah, I have no interest in any conversations, any celebrations, any occasions, nothing else until then, because everything isn't worth it. I don't want to participate in pretending that this life as it is acceptable. I refuse to do that. Like, I'm at the point now where I can't pretend. And that's why I'm like, I don't really want anybody to say anything to me, because whatever you're saying, and everybody's very faithless, mind you. That's why I say any type of anyone trying to contact me, literally, unless it's you guys, which annoys me because you guys get lost in the background because there's just so many other people, work and or otherwise, bothering me about stuff. Like the other day, I'm not going to get into the details, yeah, but let's just say some people in my family had this idea of we're all going to come together we should all do this and we want to set up a group family conversation, and I haven't responded yet. And I'm trying to find the words to explain that I'm not going to be involved in anything, and that they should all move forward without me. Like, those days are gone. That was like what we should have been doing like 20 years ago. That's what should have been being done before I was even born, right? And no, it was not on either of my parents, by the way. Like, I'm over it. I'm doing my own thing now. Like, I'm going for the bigger guns now. What? So we're going to do that. And then what, when 20? Nah, I ain't got time for that. Respectfully, and I've been thinking about it. And it's just like, I don't have the time, because I know we're going to move at absolutely 0 miles per hour, right? We're going to move at exactly 1 mile per hour. We're going to have one phone call, and then there'll be another one, and then this, and then everybody's feelings, and then see if it works. I ain't got time for that, bro. I'm pushing 30. Pushing 30, by the way, as my brother would say. Pushing 30. I ain't got time for this. And I don't know how the rest of y'all people in the world had time to just be wasting away. Like, so there was that as well. This is what I mean. And like, this other friend, girl I know, and we haven't even spoken in a couple of years, yeah. And we don't even speak regularly. And she was like, yeah, so I'm having a graduation party. It's just another random person that I need to get back to. Right? I've had a graduation party, and I would love to invite you, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, cool. Then when I saw where she wanted to go and what she wanted to do, I was like, this is just another episode of we just have money to waste. And I'm not getting involved. Like, I'm not dressing up. Like, I don't care, guys. I'm not getting dressed up and getting a new dress and doing all of this to go and just waste my money in businesses and in places that are not good for us as a society. I'm not doing it. Like, I'm past, this is what I'm saying, I'm past all of it. It was like this buffoon guy trying to talk to me about, yeah, but you know, with your revolution and stuff, that doesn't mean you can't also, like, have love as well. I'm like, yeah, but what man is going to stay focused in that scenario? Like, let's just be so freaking for real. So let's start with Adam. Can we listen? If I've taken away anything from history, is that a man can't be trusted to finish the job, and the only one that did was Jesus. Start the job, maybe make good headway, great. But bro, even David, all these guys, Martin Luther, they didn't execute the mission through to the end. And it almost always, I don't know about Martin Luther, but with Solomon, with David, with Samson, with Adam, with all these guys, there's always a woman. So it's like, I'm also not going to be the reason you don't fulfill your God-given purpose. You see? I'm also not. And I'm not going to be spending my whole life trying not to be a temptress with the man that I love, him being distracted. That just sounds like I want to be me. I want to be free. You know what I mean? If you don't have a strong enough relationship with the Lord to stay focused, that's not my problem. So you see what I'm saying? That's, I'm like, people need to stop trying to convince me of stuff. That's the main thing. Because people are like, oh, but you know, you should start, you should just do this. You should do, I'm like, I'm fine where I'm at. Like, and I think that's the point of me making this video. It's like, I just realized, you know what? I'm fine where I'm at, because even if nothing else in my life changes, even if nothing happens, even if I die right now, yeah, I can at least face the Lord and say that I died not compromising, my morals and values for the sake of a perceived gain. And for me, that is something to be proud of, and a way that I can look God in the eyes on Judgment Day. Because like I said, I plan to look God in the eyes on Judgment Day. And not because I'd got everything right, or not because I was better than anybody, but because I plan to say and mean I did my best when I was confronted with the truth. I didn't run away from it, right? I tried my best to confront it head on. When I could see I was behaving as a coward, I tried my best to have courage. You know, when I could notice that I was having fears, and fears were controlling areas of my life, I tried to conquer said fears. As you guys know, I talk about catching flights casually now, but the first flight I took to Italy, I was praying in tongues for like 30 minutes. I was panicking. I used to hate flying. And the fact that I can now, like, it's not that I just woke up overnight. I had to dig deep, and I had to tear the roots of fear out of my own self. You know what I mean? And then the fear of singing. I'm all writing a song a couple of days ago. I wrote another song. I was like, nah, this is actually getting real now, because it wasn't just like where I've remixed another song or like whatever. Like, there's certain times where I write songs and I'm like trying, like one of the songs I was writing. But then there's the time when it just hits me and the whole song is done in 30 minutes. And all my favorite 3 songs of mine that I feel like I really wrote, they all happen like that. Like out of nowhere, I just start hearing the song in my head. And so I'm like, I would have never thought I would be here doing that. Like, I would never have thought I'd be standing up for myself the way I've been standing up for myself, like with people, and just, you know, I've been doing that. I've been on my confrontational one. I've been like in my own personal life and in other areas where I'm noticing people are trying to take advantage of me or advantage of how responsible or stuff. I'm biting back these days. I'm like, I'm not taking advantage. I'm being confrontational. Like, in situations where normally I'd be feeling sorry for how weak I know people are, I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to have all this extra energy to just, you know, have to, what's the word I'm looking for? Baby people anymore. Look, I'm not doing it. I'm proud of myself for that. I'm proud of myself, you know, for so many things. I'm proud of myself, for, you know, trying my best to be myself and not care what people think, you know, and say what I really mean and try and live authentically. When I realize I'm being not inauthentic, trying to dig deeper, like, I'm happy with who I am. Like, I feel like this is where the peace comes from, because I've realized that so much of what people are searching for is trying to find a way to almost like validate their existence. This is why I think a lot of people have kids. No, my kids gave me a reason to live, right? In the same way that a child is also having a family is also why a lot of people don't take their life, because they're like, well, that's why I'm like, I don't want to have kids. I want to be forced. If I want to take my life, I don't want to be worried about who I'm leaving behind. So that's another one of the very many reasons I don't want to have a child. So I'm looking at this artwork. It's just so good. Like, it's just so good. I mean, like, what the hell? Like, some people have talent. I mean, look at this. So we've got this one here. These are the new ones. That one is sick, right? I don't know who this is. Does anyone know who this man is? Wait, where is he? This is sick. I don't freaking care. And one that I really like that I can see over there. This is sick. Some people are actually talented. Like, I don't have any talents. That's one thing I'm working on personally, is I'm trying to find something I'm passionate about, because I was talking about this with you guys the other day. Look at this. Hold up. Like, some people have actual talent in this life. And to think we don't even respect people who are like artists and stuff, that's so sad. And it's not considered like a real job. Are you kidding me? It's flipping awesome. I really like that wolf. I'm pretty sure I either have a t-shirt with that or a hat with that exact picture of that wolf. Hold on, I'm going to show you. Also, that would be a sick tattoo, but I'm not in my wolf era. Look at me just sweating everywhere. Yeah, like, I've realized, no offense to everybody, this is so cute. Why do I feel like kids were involved in that one? Yeah, this one. Sick. Like, and I just love how people have different styles of art. Like, and art is a great way to, like, kind of talk about what I'm saying even as well. Like, we're all meant to be these beautiful, unique people that God created, and he created us to, like, love ourselves and thrive in being who we are. And so I've been realizing, in the midst of me learning the truth about the world and why I don't care about a lot of things, it's like, I don't really need to feel validated by, like, being accepted by a group. Like, I'm quite happy now. Like, the other shifting changes. I no longer, I don't identify. If somebody asks me, are you religious? I'll say no. And I'll leave it there. I'm not going to clarify anything. We're asking a Christian, are you a Christian? No. Do you have any beliefs? I'm a Bible-believing, Holy Spirit-filled follower of Jesus Christ. Isn't that the same as a Christian? Not in this age. Not in the 2020-26. And you know why I'm okay with that? Because I realize I don't actually have to care to be accepted amongst Christians. I don't care. I don't care. Like, I don't care to try and assimilate how I act. I think also part of it is because I've grown up in so many places that I never really had an identity to hold on to in the first place, because I was kind of never accepted anywhere. So now, in a way, that kind of worked out for me. Like I said, when the things that people have done to me only ever works out for my own good. And the Bible literally says that all things work together for good. It's in Romans 8. All things work together for good for those who are, what's the phrase? I don't want to butcher it, but it's in Romans 8, you guys. And so now I'm like, so what? Like, I don't take things to heart when people say things about any group I'm a part of, because who cares? You say something negative about English people, I don't take it to heart. Say something negative about black people, I don't take it to heart. African people, like women, my generation, whatever. Because guess what? My whole life, my whole contentment in existence isn't attached to that. It isn't attached to the fact that I'm a part of some group, or that I'm so proud of the family that I come from. I can't wait. One of the main reasons I'm delaying on renewing my passport is because I told myself that once I renew it, I'm changing my first and surname. I'm wiping away my entire old life out of my life. So when that passport gets renewed, my old name, it's not going to be there. I'm wiping it out because I get to. I don't have an identity in anything anyway, so I get to choose where I feel like, and this is where I feel like the peace comes from, because it's like, well, is there a lot of things happening that are not as I would prefer them to be happening? Absolutely. Is there a lot of things in the world I wish I could change? Yes. Have I suffered a lot? Yeah, I have. But like, I just don't see the fun in it anymore. It's like I was saying, like to this friend, the one who's like, oh, I'm doing this big thing for the graduation thing. I want to go to this place in like a very fancy place in London and do all this. And I was kind of like, my thinking is also just like, but it's just all a bit of a performance though, isn't it? Because the thing is, she went back, she'd gone to university and she went back again. And when she first went on her first week, I actually went and stayed with her, like to kind of just, because she had been living in Australia for a long time and she'd done some uni there. And then she came back and then she decided she wants to go back to uni. So I was like, okay, I'm going to come and like visit. So I went and stayed with her for a few days and whatever and what have you. And so I'm like, dude, we haven't spoken in a couple of years, and now what, we're going to play besties and like take photos outside a fancy restaurant in London? Like, we haven't even spoken. Like, we haven't even, and like, why are you even messaging? Like, anyway, I'm not gonna go deeper with it. But you know what I'm saying? It just all feels fake. Like, it feels fake. It's like, it's the same way I feel about dating. It's like, please don't worship me, worship God. Why are you working so hard? Like, what is everybody's obsession with being in love? I think love is a beautiful thing, don't get me wrong. But it's like, is that all your identity now? I'm somebody's husband, or I have this wife, I have this husband, I have a family. Is that all that your identity is? Is that all you have to be proud of at the end of the day? It's like with people's jobs. This is why I hate when people ask me what I do for work. Because it's like, you're now attributing that as if it's a trait of my personality. It's just what I do for a job. This is why we have places like my workplace where you have people like me doing teaching, but also Jeffrey Epstein. Because guess what? Teacher is just a job role. It's just a title. It says nothing about me as a person. And that's why we live in a society. And it's also a very new school thing. Hundreds of years ago, people saw jobs, right? All over the world. It's just the means of how you made an income. It didn't say anything about your status. Now it's like a thing to show your status. Oh, I'm a doctor. When even in the hospital, let's be so freaking for real while we're being for real. Even in the hospital, the people who are the real unsung heroes are like the nurses. Hello, the doctors, especially, they have a week it's called Black Week or something in this country. The first week of the junior doctors, because people die and bad things happen because the doctors are new to being a doctor. Like the nurses and everything, they're so good about like, everybody's giving stuff away. Like, bro, that had the little girl giving away the things. Now there's this other whole chest of drawers. Somebody in this town here could be making a killing. If I was that kind of person, I'll be taking all this stuff home and I'll be selling it on Facebook Marketplace. Hello? I'll be on one of them refurbs. What do they got here? On my way to the charity shop, please help yourself. Okay, what do they got? I'm so curious about this. Okay, they've got, okay, this is interesting. They've got giant playing cards, right? This is great. Okay, and they've got the Audrey Hepburn story, Les Miserables. Oh, that's interesting. And a DVD player. Oh my gosh, I haven't seen one of those in forever. Oh my gosh. It's actually a nice chest of drawers. Somebody needs to just get on these hustles, mate. Because these are like, do you know what? I always think about selling stuff because that's how I used to make money when I was younger. I was like, before I was of age to get a job. I just find stuff and just sell it on eBay, mate. And it worked. It worked so well. Like, I just sell stuff. Because someone's buying it. Or whatever. Anyway. I'm realizing it. I think a lot of people, so when people's like reality gets lost, so like you lose your job, you're no longer the manager at so-and-so, I'm an executive whatever. It's like, who flipping cares? Because like sometimes people tell you that as well, like as if to say something special. Like have you ever had somebody tell you like what they do for a job and like kind of wait? I experience like wait for you to react and be like, whoa. Because I kind of experienced the opposite thing. This is what makes me laugh. And again, where my experience in life, when I'm talking to people, depending on like, I know this is naughty, right? But depending on the situation, I strategically mention jobs I've done. Do or don't mention jobs I've done. And it's made me realize how differently people will treat you. So if I can tell I'm in a situation with a prideful person whose ego I'm about to crush, I'll lead with the creative stuff. Oh, well, I just work with kids, but, I was a professional choreographer, and in the summers I've been going to sing and like singing and right? Because the second I now drop the words chemistry, people's whole energy shifts. I'm like, well, how comes I wasn't being treated with respect before? How comes I'm only getting respect now? Am I not the same person you were talking to 2 minutes ago? That's what I'm saying. People are fickle in the same way that I saw this happen and it was quite funny. So this girl, it happened in New York City. New York City, yeah, is actually my favorite kind of crazy. Anything I've seen in New York City and even being there, it's like, this is actually my kind of crazy. Like, I love people who are just batshit out of their head. Like, I love it. Like, I love it because it feels real. Like, this is what it is. It feels real. It feels like people are just being their self authentically rather than pretending. I have an example of that in a second. So this girl was live streaming and the way she handled it was so good. And this woman stops and she's like, hey, you want to buy this? We're selling this. And then she's like, no, thank you. I'm not interested. And then she's like, F you, you don't want to buy this stuff. You don't want to buy this stuff. And she's all cussing her out. And then the girl's like, right, amen. Like, and the way she reacted was so funny. And then the girl realized, oh, you're famous? Oh, and you're like, oh, I'm so sorry. Why do people do that? Why is it that just because somebody, right, 1 second, they're the same exact person, but just because they've got 100,000, 100 million, however many people watching them, now you're interested. It's the same way I think about people going and taking photos with somebody just because they're famous. What? So you could just go and say, oh, I met a famous person. Like, big whoop, well done. Like, people are so desperate, like, to have something to be proud of about themselves. Like, this is what I'm saying. Yeah, but then it's all fake. That's what I'm saying. It's all meaningless. In the same way, and this is completely ironic. The last time I went into this shop I just went into, right? So the last time I went there, I bumped into this guy who I'd spoken to once before, who had stopped me while I was walking home and whatever, right? Now, in looking at this guy, he looked really put together, yeah? He was all like dressed in his work clothes and he works in the hospital. Like everything was looking, he was looking put together. So I was like, okay. I was even feeling embarrassed about the fact that, like, look at somebody, like, working hard and, like, doing stuff, and I'm just here doing my little dancey dance, faffing about, right? So this is what I've been realizing. I've been beating the hell out of myself about so much stuff. Meanwhile, that's just because I'm being honest with myself. A lot of people are just faking it because that's the first time I've seen him, right? And he was just a bit all over the place mentally because he kept going on about, like, how he really likes me. But the thing is, he's been cheated on before. And I was like, brother, this isn't going to work for you if this is how you go about doing stuff. And then it'll be these same guys, by the way, like, I'm such a nice guy, and like, I don't want anyone, woman doesn't want me. All I want is the guys who are like this. It's like, you guys be acting like this. Because I've been dealing with hella emotional men throughout the years. Anywho, so our interaction comes to an end the first day we saw each other, because obviously bro was just like, I was in my head, I couldn't find any way to tell him that, like, you need to, like, oh, is the church open? Well, would you believe it? Would you believe it? I never thought I would say it. What day of the week is it? It's a Wednesday. Oh my gosh. The thing is, I would go to this church, but the problem is, this is the problem when you had your father as a pastor in the church in multiple buildings in this town. There's always one that knows me. And like, are you Pastor so-and-so's daughter? Are you Pastor so? I was just like, oh, and there goes my enjoyment of church, because now it's like, even though it's been years, it's like I'm a pastor's daughter all over again, and I hate it. Anyway, so I see this guy, so he's acting like this. I see this guy in the shop, right? And it was actually kind of perfect, because I wasn't in the mood to start having a conversation, right? And obviously we both saw each other, and we both knew we'd both seen each other, but it worked out perfectly, because bearing in mind, I've seen this put together outwardly, but then deep, obviously emotionally, like all over the place. Also works in such an important job role. Again, you would think he's dealing with patients all day. This is the person giving people's medication, all this. And this is the way he's behaving, yeah? The first day of meeting a woman. But whatever, maybe he was nervous. Let's chalk it up to nerves. Next thing, I see him the last time I went to this shop. And I specifically went in there, right, for a reason. I see him there at the till. And evidently he was having some payment problems. And he was looking like crap. And when I tell you that, bless his heart, right? When I tell you, I should know, because I walk around this town looking like crap all day, every day. And on the very rare occasion, I think, damn it, and it had to be today that I went out like this, but whatever. He was all over the place. His clothes, he himself, he was like trying to pay with his phone, and it wasn't working. And the funny thing is, he looked at me, and then he immediately like threw his head into his hands, like, because I wasn't saying anything, and I did come and whisper to you guys in the video because I was recording that day. I was like, guys, you guys don't believe what just happened. And so he's like throwing his head into his hands once he's noticed me, because he doesn't want to say anything because he's going through it. And he's like, in a moment that he's not looking to whatever. This is the same guy talking about, listen, if you was my woman, blah, 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 just, look, I know I want to look after a woman, and I wanted this and I wanted that. And you wouldn't have to worry about anything. It's always that you wouldn't have to worry about anything. Yeah, evidently I would. This is my point. Let's just all learn to be honest with ourselves, because now the caricature that was created the first day I saw him, now I call him slipping. But now I call him slipping. He wasn't there in his work gear coming home from work. He was in the middle of doing this, having all these issues in the shop, and then seeing me, and then whatever. And he clearly was like the worst time you could bump into somebody. And I was like, low-key, I feel for you, brother. But at the same time, like I'm saying, it just goes to show. And I've been seeing this about everybody for so long, where, like I said, it's like with teaching, working with kids. You have all these adults, they show up to pick up their kids, and, they have all of this. Oh, my dad does this work, my mum does this. And it's all a facade. Like, that's what I'm saying. This is why I think everybody's so desperate for all these things. They need a reason. Like, if you just find it within yourself, to be content with who you are, and just accept yourself for, like, your strengths and weaknesses, and, your gifts and your flaws as well, you're going to find peace in life. Because that's where I feel peaceful. Because it's like, whatever anybody has to say about my life, I don't really care. Whatever anybody has to say about my decisions, I don't really care either. Because I'm not waking up in the morning and needing that to be my fuel source. I'm already getting an unlimited. It's like if God was an IV drip, and the IV was just unlimited. And I'm just here sitting. I'm looking around at the world. I'm not looking around feeling like I'm missing out with anything. I don't feel like I'm missing out in terms of my career. I'm not missing out on money, power, and fame. I'm not missing out in relationships. I'm not missing out on nothing. Because a lot of the reasons people want these things is more about them than it even is about the thing. Like I've said so many times, people want friends. I wish I had a friend that was like that. I want to be in love, and I want a man who treats me like this. I want a woman who does this for me. I want to have I want to have kids to continue my bloodline. I want to have kids so that I can have a mini-me. I've always been such a loving woman, and I want to be, I love going to church, and I don't do these sins, and I don't do that, and I'm not like the world, and I'm not going to hell, and I'm going to heaven. And everything I do builds up my storage of gifts in heaven. I give because the Bible, because if I give, good things will come back to me. And I like to give to charity because I'm just such a charitable person. I am an empath and I care so much about how everybody feels. I work in finance and I make 6 figures. I own properties all over the world. I'm 6'4" tall. I have 8 zeros in my bank account. I can do, I run a hairdressing business, and I'm a leader. It's just like, for flip's sake, guys, get it, say off. Like, can you not? No one's just like, you know what we need to start? How about just having the thing being proud of is who you are as a person, and not like the specifics, but just that you are yourself and you're authentic. Because I honestly think that's real peace. Because you know why? No one can take that away from me. That's why I feel like I'm sitting here, sweating, irritated, irritable, and everything. And I'm just kind of laughing because it's like, it's just like, you know what? I might feel fat and fugly because I'm bloated, yeah? And even Shrek wouldn't even look twice. Even Shrek is too scared to look at me while I'm on my period right now and stuff, you know? And I might be sweating and annoyed. I might, not have a lot of answers for a lot of things and not be happy with the state of the world. And I might spend literally all my time by myself, but for some reason, I just feel peace. And I really strongly feel gratitude. Like, I feel so grateful. Like, I feel grateful to be myself. That's what I feel grateful about. It's just, I don't know how we got here. I feel grateful to be myself. That's what I feel grateful to be. I feel grateful for God. I feel grateful that God created me the way that I am. Because I'm like, wait, I'm so cool. Like, I enjoy hanging around with myself. Like, I'm so much fun. Like, I'm actually so much fun. Like, no wonder, like, I've been taken advantage of, because I'm always carrying the vibe. I'm the one who's here carrying the vibe. I'm the one who wants to throw the party, host everyone. I'm the one who likes to cook. I'm the one who's good with kids. I'm the one who's making people laugh, like, you know what I mean? Crying tears of laughter, like grown men literally crying tears of laughter, like on like a second date. And I'm looking at them thinking, how did we achieve this? You know what I mean? And when people are like, oh my gosh, you're so great for advice. It's so nice. Like, you're so nice. You just give such good advice. You're wise beyond your years. All of this. And I already achieved my biggest life goals at the age of 22 because I did it myself. You see the eyes? But my eyes are all in reference to things I've done and to myself. Not to my entitlement from others or what I needed to gain from others or being a part of some group or some whatever. It's things I did within myself, and that's what I feel like builds real contentment, because it's like, yeah, I still have flaws and I'm okay with my flaws because I've worked so that, like I said, when I plan on standing and looking God in the eyes on Judgment Day, like I said, it's not because I haven't sinned. I've sinned so much, but it's because I've also tried to say, well, if I'm going to mess up, let me use as much effort as I possibly can to do my best, so that at the very least I could say, God, thank you for sending Christ, and Christ, thank you for dying, because without you, even with my best effort, it wouldn't be good enough. But because of you, in a way to show my gratitude for what you've done, I'm still going to give my best anyway. And that's what I'm looking at God in the eyes and thinking on Judgment Day, not, oh, I'm better than anyone. And this is why, again, I like being around crazies, because it's like, good on you for being your real self. Good on you for not putting up a facade, because there's nothing more embarrassing. And we're seeing a lot of this now, yeah? There's nothing more embarrassing than putting up a fake version of yourself just to be caught out. Like, what's his name? Oh, he's a perfect example. There's a lot of these. This is why I'm kind of enjoying life, watching things from the sidelines at the moment. You know that guy, what's his name? Shannon Sharp, right? And he has that podcast, the one where he's called Club Shay Shay, which was a clue all along, right? Because again, no offense, but a lot of men are secretly gay, but we're not going to get into that in this conversation. So he's now all of a sudden got all these gay allegations where I'm like, of course, it's always the ones, yeah, putting up these big ideas like, I'm this man and I used to play in the NFL and I'm this and I'm that. And, you know, he's always like, I don't watch the show, and I only watched the one where Speed was on there because I love Speed. And he was, again, being condescending. So I'm saying it's always the condescending, prideful people that are then learning and waking up. Yeah. Like I said, being here, people make fun of Americans, for example, like in this country, like, oh, Americans are too happy clappy. I'm like, thank God. Thank God they are. Thank God they are. That's why you guys are just miserable. I love that America, for no reason, just throws a lot of money into big spectacles just for the sake of it. I love that. That's called enjoying life. That's called being the vibe. That's why, as much as the UK again says, oh, we don't do this, America's that, but then 10 years later, you'll be doing the same things. Because now, how comes I can go into the corner shop and I can buy a bag of Cheetos for the same price I can buy a bag of normal crisps? The American ones, not the fake ones that we changed the recipe of No. The real American ones. When I used to live in London, yeah, to buy a Cheetos, like the big bag, it would be £20 imported. Now that same one, not that same one, now they've got the normal size, the small bags, just sitting there next to the other crisps. I'm like, I thought we had an issue with American. But anyway, see what I'm saying? And then now you're going over there and now you're getting drunk off of ranch in the United States of America. Idiots. And it's not anywhere here, I can tell you, because I'm a fan. And so now when everybody's waking up, I'm like, oh, and I've been here 22 years. It has taken you people this long to wake up. But anyway. Yeah, so Shannon Sharp has this stuff coming out about him being secretly gay. And it's like, bro, like I remember when I went to my producer, his show, one of his shows I went to, and I was in the crowd obviously cheering, whatever, and then this whole group of guys was there. One of them walks over to me and it was really cute because he was like, oh my gosh, do you know him? I'm such a big fan of their band. And I was like, oh, that's so cute, they've actually got groupies already. Anyways, and I was kind of bewildered because so at two separate points, him and then another guy in their little friendship group, yeah, both like came up to speak to me or whatever. And it was very awkward because then when the friend came up to me after, I was like, but you know your friend just came and just, you know what your friend just said to me just now. He's like, yeah, I know, but I also wanted to, like, why should I not? Anyway, this is the stuff I be getting into. See, well, this is the unwanted drama I'm talking about. I just went to go and support my producer for Philip's sake. And I was like, I'll just pop there, I'll show up for his set, and then I'll leave. And then here we go. I'm in the middle of friendship group dramas. Anyways, the interesting thing about these two guys is that both of them just casually told me they were bisexual. And I was just like, you know what? I respect you for that so much. Like, I respect you for that so much because I've seen so many gay tendencies from so many men trying to act like they're the big tough guys that, like, for them to just kind of talk about it casually, I was like, I love that for you, King. Like, honestly, love that for you. Like, that you're just like, just is what it is. It's not a big deal. And again, because who have they got to prove anything to? Like, they're humble enough, they don't care. And I was like, I love that from you. Like, I love that energy more than the, I'm trying to prove myself and I think I'm all of this, blah, blah, blah. Right? Just for you to, at the end of the day, yeah, because there was pictures of like Shannon had taken or whoever had taken, and there's literally a grown like men in the like hotel room. Like, explain why there's a man butt naked, spread eagle, and that's the pictures that are being taken. Tell me any context, any man out there, can you tell me, yeah? Give me any context as to when that's appropriate amongst friends who are buddies who are straight men. And I swear down, I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole today of what I was about to say, but so it's just like, this is what I mean. It's like when you see the good girls gone Bible and they're all like, yeah, I'm a season of God, and the next thing you see them, apparently they're bottle girls and they're doing this like hypocritical lifestyle. You know what I mean? It's the same thing when you see a lot of Christian folks and how they behave when they lose their temper and I don't do this and I don't this and I don't that, but then when they can justify it, like we're all whatever, we're all good and godly, but then, but we're all going to dress up at Halloween, but we're not doing it for Halloween. It's like, but you can't help yourself, can you? No, you fake for phonies. You fake as hell. Like, that's why I'm like, I love being me, like, at the end of the day, because I'm not trying to put up a facade. The only reason you're being fake is for whatever reason it's beneficial, because otherwise why not be real? Because being fake is actually way more effort. Like, it's so much effort being fake. Like, it's like, this is why I can't be asked. This is why I can't be asked with the entertainment industry. I can't be asked to be in like some what you call it? Some Hollywood room, yeah, some audition with some old crusty, dusty, disgusting man, yeah, or even women, yeah, they're deciding and desperately trying to prove why I should be in the next big Marvel movie, or why I would do any role to be an actress. Like, I don't care. Like, is it that deep? Am I that desperate? Like, it comes a point, like, so that's why, anyways, guys, I just think, yeah, I'm looking around at everyone, even women, like, oh my gosh, all I want to be is in love, and I was just always dreamed about, I just want to find a husband, and the season of singleness from the Christian girlies, oh gosh, and occasionally the algorithm tries to throw that at me. I'm like, listen, based on my age and all that, I get it, no. No one's suffering. And again, it's not that I hate any of these things I'm talking about. It's not that I hate relationships, or that I hate, like, success. It's just, it doesn't define me, and it's not what my happiness is anchored towards, and therefore I actually think I'm healthier, because then if I choose to do any of those things, I'm choosing to do it thinking more about what I can give than what I can get. Do you see what I'm saying? And also, I'm not coming in there with the weight of the entire world of my whole self-image resting upon the success of those things. I can just participate in them from a healthy standpoint, knowing that I'm not putting my whole entire life's need to be seen, heard, loved, appreciated, understood, and whatevered onto these things. So if someone breaks my heart, so be it. If I lose a friendship, oh well. If I lose a job, so what? If I become broke, okay. If I become rich, okay. You know what I mean? Like, it's part of life. It's just a part of life. And so all to say that ultimately, I think I've just reached like flow state in a weird kind of way with the Lord, where I'm like, you know what? I'm not even thinking that much about misery anymore. And I'm not even like, I'm just kind of like, you know what, Lord, let it be. Whatever is your will next, let it be. I'm just proud to be myself, and I'm proud of my efforts, and I'm happy to be who I am. And that's what I'm happy about. Everything else is going to be a bonus. And if I don't get it, so what? So what? Like, for what? Because it's like, if I have to come outside from like what I've built with the Lord and where I'm at now, and I have to change my morals and values or become desperate or do things out of desperation, I don't want it. And I also don't want to be around desperate people either with the same mentality. And that's kind of my thing, where it's like people are trying to convince me of why things are worth it. And I'm like, what they don't seem to understand is that's why it's worth it to you, but you and I are very different, because I'm not seeking those things. That's why people are shocked when they like say something to upset me. In the past, it would have hurt me, and now I'm just like, okay. And they're like waiting to like, you're not upset by my criticism. It's like, no, because why would I care what you think? Anyways, guys, I'm gonna go. Or like even the Christian folks who look at me like, well, we don't acknowledge you because we think you're a heathen. Great. Because if you and your life and what you people are doing is what we consider is Christian, then I don't want to be that, whatever that is. Because I don't like that. That doesn't work with the wavelength I'm operating at personally. So if that's what that's the blueprint to be accepted, thank God I'm not. Anyways, guys, thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Because if life's a game, it's play to win. Can you believe it? The heat and all. And this is what I have to say. Crazy work. God bless you all. God loves you. I love you. If life's a game, let's play to win. And I'll see you in my next one. Goodbye.